Hi, this is Should I Watch It? I'm Jason Cockroft, and today I'm going to help you decide if you should watch Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I'll tell you some points about the film so you can decide for yourself, and then I'll give my scores and opinions at the end. In Out of the Shadows, the Turtles are back, and Shredder has escaped from prison, and he's using some new accomplices, Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang from the old cartoons, and I think also possibly the new ones. And they're going to try and take over the world, and the Turtles have to stop them from doing this. So, should I watch it? Well, Ninja Turtles is obviously aimed at children. I think it's also aimed at the people like myself who grew up with Turtles as a child. I did used to watch the cartoons when I was younger, but I felt that the first film aimed more at my generation, whereas I think this one is aimed more at the children of today. And whilst there's no problem with this, obviously it does affect my score. First of all, I think if you're worried about bringing your children to the cinema to watch this, I don't think there's anything to worry about. There's not really any darkness or any particular danger. There's no swearing or sexual nudity or anything like that. It's very much been made very much easier for the children to watch. There's a lot of laughs in it. Even the villains are really quite comical. Not a film for you as well if you're somebody who likes your films to be realistic. I mean, it may be fairly obvious because the film is about some Ninja Turtles, but even with that in mind, there's a few of the stunts and a few of the things that happen are a little unrealistic. So if that's the sort of thing that will annoy you, then you probably shouldn't watch this film. I think you should probably watch the film if you do like the Turtles, especially the new TV series, which I haven't watched, but I do believe it's based more on that. I also think this is a film you should watch if you're just looking for a bit of fun, really. It is fun, and it's really just a bit of fun and a bit of action. And just don't take it too seriously. That'll be my thoughts. If you're going thinking this is going to be a serious film, then you're going to be disappointed. If, like me, you grew up with the Turtles cartoons, there is a few nods to it in the film as well, which is quite nice. Nodding back to the old days, a little bit of, every now and then there's some little retro music in the background and things like that. And the original theme tune appears in the end credits as well. I think you should watch this film if you like the original one, and also if you liked Transformers. I think it's got quite a lot of the feel of Michael Bay's Transformer films as well, which isn't too surprising, but they are very similar, and I think they have the same sort of feel. I think you should watch this film if you like the personalities of the Turtles in the first film. I did, and I enjoyed them again in this one. I think if you're looking for a very plot-heavy film, this probably isn't for you. And I say it's not really aimed at adults, so there's a lot of things that I found a bit silly. Okay, on to my rating. So I'm going to give this a high 6. So I'm going to give it like a 6.7, 6.8. I'm going to go 6.8. I don't personally think it was as good as the first one. But as I said previously, I think the first film was more aimed at adults and sort of my generation who watched the original cartoons as a child. Whereas I think this new one is more aimed at the children. And I think children will rate this a lot higher than I would. That's absolutely fine. So Out of the Shadows is quite a fun film. I did enjoy myself watching it. There wasn't any point where I was sort of clock watching or anything like that. It was very enjoyable, but it did have its negative points for me. I think that the villains lacked menace. I think they were a bit silly and a bit comical. In the first film, Shredder was a lot more menacing, a bit more scary, and was a bit more of a formidable foe for the Turtles, really. He was really a very top-class fighter, and they struggled against him. In this one, Shredder's not really used as much, and the new villains of Krang was not particularly menacing. It was a bit straight, a bit of a funny voice, which might be good for the kids. But I just didn't really buy into the fact that they were in any real danger. But other than that, it was good fun, and there's some funny bits in there. It's a great bit of comedy, some certain bits. Will Arnett funny as always. And the Turtles as well. They've got some really good personalities, and that comes through in the film. And that's really what carries this film. There's some really fun action scenes, a few good fight scenes. Not as many as in the first one, I didn't think. But overall, I would say this is a great film for the kids. And I think it's one of them ones where you can bring your children along and you can watch it and you can enjoy it enough that you know sometimes you might want to go and take a child to see a film and it's a bit so childish it might annoy you. This one isn't that bad in that respect. I think it's got something there for the adults as well, and it's quite a reasonable watch. But I think it's more for the children at the end of the day. Finally, guys, please share, like, comment on the videos. Also, subscribe for more videos. And I like to upload a video at least once a week. Thanks for watching.